Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone. I'm Eva Marcille, and here are your top news stories. Apple is the first company to report that they expect to lose major money due to the coronavirus outbreak. Simply put, they don't have enough workers because millions of people are either sick or under quarantine in China. In other news, after hundreds of sexual abuse lawsuits, Boy Scouts of America is now filing for bankruptcy. Settlements have hurt the organization's finances because many states have passed a law allowing older victims to go back in 2 decades later. Also, officials say thousands of homes in Mississippi and Tennessee have been hit hard by days of heavy rain. A lot of neighbors have been left completely underwater, and more rain is expected in Mississippi today and tonight. And finally, in our Black History Spotlight, today we pay honor to Ethel Waters. She started out as a blues singer in 1920s and became the first African American to star in her own TV show in 1939. It was called Ethel Waters and nominated for an Emmy in 1962. That was a quick look at your headline news. For more on what's trending, log on to the RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what you got in sports, my brother?
What's up there, Eva? Well, let's start off with former NFL star wide receiver Antonio Brown has been apologizing to everybody, man, including the Pittsburgh Steelers for being a distraction. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he's humbling himself a little bit, trying to slowly but surely patch up some of the wounds that he may have caused for himself. The NFL, well, not the NFL, but the new XFL league, which you like, Rick. You've been watching a couple of games of the new XFL league. Reached out to quarterback Tim Tebow, but Tebow passed on the offer to play in XFL to continue his baseball career. He's actually in spring training with the New York Mets right now. They also reached out to Colin Kaepernick. And Colin Kaepernick,
that would be good.
Sources say that Colin wanted a salary that the league just couldn't afford. Like Colin wanted like a big huge salary.
Come on, Brian, come on now.
And you right there with me.
Come on
you
now.
right there with me. I'm like, listen.
Man, just go. You got some money, bro. Just go out there and show everybody what you can do if you still got it.
If you still want to play Colin Kaepernick.
We ain't seen you play in about 4 years.
Come on, man. Go out to the XFL. You know what I'm saying? Show them that you can still ball out on a high level. That's an easy ticket to get right back into the NFL.
You think Michael Vick can come back?
I think he can. I think he can.
Y'all think Michael Vick can play in the XFL the Super Day?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dog, you crazy.
You don't think Michael Vick can play in the Super Day?
Yes, he can.
No,
what?
Man.
Man,
no, he can't.
Why not?
He can't throw the ball.
What?
He's not consistent throwing the ball. He can run the ball.
Are you sick?
Come on, Rock.
No, listen. He may not be as fast as he used to be. But
no, he's talking about throwing the ball.
As far as throwing the ball? Come on, man.
I'm talking about a 10-yard slant. He would not throw it on the dime.
You are crazy, man.
He had problems with that in the NFL.
Hush your mouth, man.
I can't believe
what did Stephen A. Smith say? That's
home.
blasphemous. That's blasphemous. Man, get off my microphone right there. Let's go, man. I'm done. I'm mad now.
Gary, what you got, Gary?
All right, Ricky, everybody's talking about how real is the real. Now we all know that the real just they put their fifth person on the show, which is Amanda Seale. And people saying, y'all, that they really don't think Amanda Seale fit on this show, honey. And I kind of
Gary, put your mouth closer to the mic.
Hell, as close as any, and I can't even hear myself in the ears. So
what's wrong with your microphone?
I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's just a mess.
What's going on with Amanda?
Yeah. So let me switch.
There you go.
All right, now what's wrong with Amanda? People are saying that Amanda, she's, and I watch the show on a regular, honey. And Amanda, they say she's just not a fit for the show. They say, first of all, she get up on the show, she sit there, honey. She don't hardly agree with the host, like with the guests, like when they had what's her name, Tiffany Pollard on the show. Mm-hmm. They were saying, honey, she can't even hide her facial expressions. They say she looked like she didn't even give a damn that Tiffany was on the show, for one thing, and she overtalked some of the other guests. And they're saying that people need to start interviewing these people more when they put people on the show. They say, because when they had the first 4 on the show, they all meshed together and they did well together. But when you start adding new people on the show that don't really even feel like they want to be there, but they're there for a check, they say it's not a good look.
It's just all about developing chemistry. That takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time.
And people don't like change. They get used to the same thing. I think Amanda brings great perspective, and it's about having a different perspective. So she's not supposed to agree with everyone.
Right.
That's what you would want.
But they say she needs to be more on The View. They say her opinion is not like for The Real. It's more should be on The View.
Oh, I hear what you're saying, but I like her. You know, I love me a good sassy black girl. I love her.
Yeah,
Really?
she is definitely that, honey. She's definitely a sexy black girl. But I don't like her facial expressions neither, but she's a nice girl.
It's her face, Gary.
Okay, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is crocus petal. On the high end, you say crocus petal, and on the low, you say beautiful mauve. That's your color for today.
All right, there it is. I appreciate it, Gary. 18 minutes after the hour, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next.
Roxy, what you got in sports, my brother?
What's up there, Eva? Well, let's start off with former NFL star wide receiver Antonio Brown has been apologizing to everybody, man, including the Pittsburgh Steelers for being a distraction. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he's humbling himself a little bit, trying to slowly but surely patch up some of the wounds that he may have caused for himself. The NFL, well, not the NFL, but the new XFL league, which you like, Rick. You've been watching a couple of games of the new XFL league. Reached out to quarterback Tim Tebow, but Tebow passed on the offer to play in XFL to continue his baseball career. He's actually in spring training with the New York Mets right now. They also reached out to Colin Kaepernick. And Colin Kaepernick,
that would be good.
Sources say that Colin wanted a salary that the league just couldn't afford. Like Colin wanted like a big huge salary.
Come on, Brian, come on now.
And you right there with me.
Come on
you
now.
right there with me. I'm like, listen.
Man, just go. You got some money, bro. Just go out there and show everybody what you can do if you still got it.
If you still want to play Colin Kaepernick.
But we ain't seen you play in about 4 years.
Come on, man. Go out to the XFL. You know what I'm saying? Show them that you can still ball out on a high level. That's an easy ticket to get right back into the NFL.
You think Michael Vick can come back?
I think he can. I think he can.
Y'all think Michael Vick can play in the XFL Super Day?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dog, you crazy.
You don't think Michael Vick can play in the Super
Yes, he can.
No.
What?
No,
Man,
he can't.
why not?
He can't throw the ball.
What?
He's not consistent throwing the ball. He can run the ball.
Are you
but
sick?
Come on, Roxy.
No, listen. He may not be as fast as he used to be. But
No,
as
he's
far-
talking about throwing the
As
ball.
far as throwing the ball, come on, man.
I'm talking about a 10-yard slant. He would not throw it on the
You
dime.
are crazy,
He
man.
had problems with that in the NFL.
Hush your mouth, man.
I can't believe
what did Stephen A. Smith say?
Going home.
That's blasphemous. That's blasphemous. Man, get off my microphone right there. Let's go, man.
Y'all give it up. We got comedian extraordinaire Special K with news you positively absolutely cannot use. What up, K?
That's right. You better believe me because, hey, even though this is fake, to me, it's all real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rick, today's news is sponsored by Lil Duval's Big Hat Store, specializing in hats size 9 and up. We got snapbacks and fitteds for men young and old. They got small-sized bodies, but they head on swole.
What? Damn.
That's my homeboy, man. Lil Duval.
Duval.
So I ran into movie producer Will Packer the other day, and people, we were talking about his new movie, The Photograph, and he was telling me some ideas for movies that did get shot down. Because, in Hollywood, you pitch a lot of stuff, and for some reason, it just don't work.
Right.
It even happens to the best of them, like Will Packer. For instance, Kevin Hart taking a serious turn as NBA legend in the autobiography of Dikembe Mutombo. That didn't work.
No.
The role of pop superstar Whitney Houston being reprised in The Bodyguard 2, starring comedian Cheryl Underwood as Whitney Houston.
Right.
They said, no, that's not going to happen. Comedian Bruce, starring in the autobiography of R&B legend Lionel Richie. Bad casting.
Hey, K.
Yes.
Hold on a second.
Wait a minute. Where we going with this?
The intro was good, Kay. The sponsors. That was the funny part.
Hold it!
He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary.
I wanna hip you to the T.
It's Gary, baby.
All right, 4 minutes after the hour, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Gary's Tea is brought to you by Allstate. That's right, with an Allstate agent, you can get a local expert and help finding the best coverage for you. Plus, when you bundle home and auto, you can save. So call your local Allstate agent today. Are you in good hands? Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Neo, y'all, singer Neo is finally opening up about his divorce, y'all. They're saying, y'all, that, reports are saying that Neo and his beautiful wife, Crystal, plan to file for divorce sometime this week. Now, Neo said this, quote, he said, it's not a sad thing, Ricky. He said, it's more of us realizing, long story short. He said, I'm never going to talk bad about her. He said, I'm not that person. There's nothing bad to say about her. She's a fantastic woman. She's the mother of my children, and she's always going to be there. He said, long story short, she's got demons, just like everyone else, just like me, and we realize our demons don't mesh. And until the both of us get a hold of our personal demons, it's going to be just difficult for us to stay married.
What demons she got? What kind of demons she got? I want somebody with them kind of demons.
She don't have no demons. Crystal is A-OK.
Well, now,
I need to know whatever kind of demons she got, I'll take them. Am I right, Dave? Won't you take them, Dave?
I take those demons.
Yes, sir. I'll take those demons. Fine as
shit. You take those demons until you get with it and realize they some damn demons. Then you want to get rid of them. Hell, if this man know his wife got demons, she got demons.
She don't have no demons. Crystal is good people. Sometimes people are just not meant to be, but it's not because she's not good people.
No, he didn't say she was good, wasn't a good person. He just said she had some demons. So and
she don't have no demons.
Like her demons.
She fine.
Yeah. He said he got demons too.
Did he?
Yes, he did. He said he got demons too.
Well, I guess we all got a couple demons.
Yeah, we all got some demons.
Only demons y'all can have is them lashes. Them lashes being too long. Them demons and them lace fronts that be made out of screen door material. And flies be attracted to screen door material. One chick had a lace front and a fly was stuck inside of it.
Don't you come for our hair.
Let the fly out.
Moving on, whatever, Ricky. Moving on, hell. In other celebrity news, y'all, Monica and her wonderful ex-husband, Shannon Brown, they're saying that they may be reconciling. Now, they're saying they were spotted wearing their rings, honey. They both were wearing their ring rings. And they're saying the strange couple, y'all, said to have reconnected, y'all, following the sudden death of Brown's former Los Angeles Lakers teammate, Kobe Bryant, which is a good thing. Now,
he need to stop.
Who?
He know damn well, y'all know damn well that's Chris Brown. Y'all need to stop.
It just
ain't nobody but Chris Brown trying to get 2 checks.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, everybody know that ain't there's no such person. That's Chris Brown.
Yeah, well, he with Monica now, so we'll see how that all turns out.
Oh, Lord, don't start that.
Don't.
All right, my final story, y'all. Nene Love, honey, these girls are going in. Now, they're saying that, the daytime talk show celebrated its 1,000th episode on Monday. And they're saying, that Nene Love gave a shout out to Tamar. She said, honey, she's excited. She said, because after 6 seasons, after winning y'all Emmy and 2 NAACP awards, honey, the big day was finally there. And they're saying that, honey, she was very excited about it. And she shouted out to Tamar. She said, because believe it or not, y'all, Tamar was the person who came up with the idea for the show. So, it was, and her husband was the executive producer.
She came up with the idea for the show and end up not on it.
Well, nah. They still saying Lionel was the one that got her fired off of it, honey, but they say, people are saying that Tamar probably is going to appreciate the shout out that Lionel gave to her on yesterday.
That was cool. That was really cool.
Yeah, so it was really nice. So congratulations. So, and when Tamar left, her husband left too, and he was one of the executive producers. So if they let her go, they let him go too. So I don't know how that all
messed up 2 chicks in the household.
Yeah, but she's singing not beautiful songs, and he's promoting and doing wonderful things for the community. So to get to pay back some taxes, but it was still good. All right, the color today. Well, I mean, that's where the money is.
And the color today is?
The color today is crocus petal. On the high end, you say crocus petal, and on the low, you say beautiful mauve. That's your color for today.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the team. Come on. What? Hey.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Good morning, calling to wake up my son, Darius and Jamal from Orlando, Florida. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is LaJoyce Jones, and I'm calling from Detroit, Michigan. I'm waking up my son, Anthony Moody. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
My name is Crystal. I'm calling from Richmond, and I would like to wake up, wake up, wake up my coworkers and my husband, Ricky. Hey, this is Roberta coming from Columbus. Wake it up, wake it up, wake it up.
This is Kimberly Britt. I'm calling from Raleigh, North Carolina, and I want to tell everybody
Get on up.
Yeah. Come on. Hey. Let's go.
Wake up. In Birmingham, wake up. Oklahoma, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. St. Louisville, wake up. New Orleans, wake up. Hey, Memphis, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate your brand. Yeah. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Y'all lying on the 1 to 2. Chicken and waffle mix. What up, bud?
I'm good, my yo. The Tuesday turn up, had to wake the city up real quick. Yo, of course, make sure y'all hit me up on the Instagram at JAH Lion Zone.
JAH Lion Sound. Hey, appreciate you, y'all lying, man.
Yeah, buddy.
There it is. Black Tony, where you at?
Good.
Bro, what happened, man?
Good, man. Sorry, man. I'm so first grade right now, man. God, but
Hey, don't cuss, Black Tony. What happened?
I'm first grade, sorry, man. These children, sorry, these kids, man. I spent the night over my sister's house, right?
Yeah.
I stayed over my sister's house when I left the truck. Stayed over here.
Yeah.
She got these two little bad little boys, ugly little boys.
Hey, those your nephews, right?
I don't care. I don't like them, and I don't like their daddy neither. They twin boys, but one of them got nappy hair, and one of them got wavy hair. I don't even know how that happened.
Right.
And they daddy be cutting their hairline regular as hell. But
Right.
look, Shawty, they sound. So, Shawty, I get up early. I got my Fred Polo outfit laid out, everything. I'm finna come up in there and let even see how fresh I'm is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm finna come up in there. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get to work. You know what I'm saying? Start the year all right.
Right.
They know I like to eat some cereal before I go to work.
Yeah.
Man, they got super glue all on the side of the Cattle Crunch box. So I got a whole box of Cattle Crunch stuck on my damn hand. So I can't try it like this.
They put glue.
With no box of Cattle Crunch stuck to your damn hand.
No, that ain't never happened.
Yeah.
I'm first grade enough, so I can't even come to work.
Yeah, you can't drive like that.
A family size box, not the little box, the big ass box.
Oh, the ones you get from Sam's.
Oh, my sister her food stamp fill up on the 12.
I didn't know you
So,
could
you
use
know
your
she
food
got
stamp
the-
card to go to Sam's, can you?
Cause she her food stamp card fill up. So when her food stamp card fill up, she get the big box of everything. So I got a big ass box of Cattle Crunch stuck on my hand. So I can't even go.
Oh, bruh. Yeah. Hey, Black Tony,
Call Dr. Carly, ask you what I can put on my hand to get this damn Cattle Crunch box off my hands. So.
I'll hit up Dr. Carly, man. But yeah, take the rest of the day off, Black Tony. But dog, are you coming tomorrow though?
Man, I'm gonna go to the hospital or whatever. So I'm gonna get this box off my hands. I'll be there tomorrow, I promise you. But hey, I'll be there tomorrow.
On everything, Black Tony.
Boy, I put this on my mama bone. Everything I love, I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be sitting right next to your.
You put it on your pit bull puppies, Black Tony. You coming tomorrow?
But I put it on your mama little brother.
Well, all right. Okay.
That's your uncle.
35. Put that in your phone. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday,
It
a
is.
beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Floyd Mayweather is finally speaking out, y'all, regarding that 2014 altercation that he had with T.I. Now, he's saying, y'all, he spoke with a social media, and he opened up about the altercation that he had allegedly over Tiny. Now, it was reported that the two got into a fight at a Fat Burger in Las Vegas. Now, when they asked him about the situation, that's Floyd Mayweather said this, quote, he said, I just tell men like this. If you feel like your woman is a trophy, she should be at home on the shelf, period. He said, a lot of times when men get mad at a man, when a lot of times they should be checking their better half, unquote. That's rude.
That's just real chauvinistic.
You know, I mean, how could you say a man should keep a woman on the shelf and stuff, especially, you know, if that's your woman? I mean, you know, if she should be able to go out and do the things she does and stuff, but
But
if
is
a
that
man
what
wanted
he
to
was
protect
saying, Gary? Or was he saying that she's a person, so she goes out? She's not a trophy to be at home on the shelf, and if that's what you want, that's where she should be.
Yeah, but how could you tell that man that his woman not a trophy?
And Tiny don't want to be just sitting in the house. She
So
be getting
no.
out doing her own thing.
Right.
Yeah. So
She's a part of Escape. I mean, are you
Exactly.
serious?
She was famous for a long time.
And before he came out, it was Tiny.
Yep.
Yeah, so, but then T.I. responded, money can't hide the sucker in you. He added, he said, at all, by no means point blank. # King Thoughts. So there you have it. That was the response. But anyway, moving on, honey. Another celebrity news, y'all. Atlanta housewife Nene, oh my God, even what is going on with your colleague, they say she went on a rant, honey. Now, they're saying, y'all, Nene is getting closer and closer to being fired from the Bravo's Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, they're saying she's appearing on fewer and fewer episodes each season. Now, they're saying last night, Miss Kenya Moore went on Andy's Watch What Happened Live and exposed the Bravo's plan. Now, Kenya said that to the people that Bravo, honey, she's getting a paid fee for every episode that she's appeared, and when Nene doesn't appear in an episode, she doesn't get paid. And they're saying this season Nene has not appeared in 6 episodes more than any other season, and it's also been reported, y'all, that Eva, y'all are not tweeting when Nene is supposed to be on the show, but they tweet when she is on.
Yeah, Eva, I don't see you tweet when Nene on there.
First of all, I tweet every single Sunday a tune-in show. Now, it is true. Nene has been missing out of a nice amount of episodes this season. You know what? That's one of those things where that's her business. We don't know. We can speculate. We don't know. But what I do know,
she shoot the stuff. And
she didn't even start shooting when we started shooting. She started shooting a little bit later. It might have been her own personal schedule. It might have been her husband. It might have been what she negotiated with them. That's not our business. But what I do know is that they will not cut your check once your deal is done. It's a contract. So she gets paid for everything she negotiated. So this whole idea that they're firing her and teeing her up to kick her off and not giving her money, Nene's many things, but she don't play about that bag. She's getting her money.
Well, they said, honey, she was very angry and she was upset with Andy Cohen, Bravo, and Miss Kenya. You don't mess with Miss Cohen, honey, because this girl get y'all when y'all start doing those close-ups and things like that on the show. So I'm like, she get her, baby. Miss Cohen, honey, bring out things, honey. The close, and when y'all watch What Happened Live, honey, she start bringing up stuff, honey, that y'all be like, girl, I don't believe this girl said this, but she sure being said, honey. I done seen a many of them, honey. So we gonna watch this and how this all play out. And Nene is the richest one on the show, huh?
But Gary, you always talking about Bravo. What? I'm sure you watch Below Deck.
Oh,
yeah, but it comes on later, and I don't like it.
Gary, you don't watch Below Deck? Out of all the shows on Bravo, you don't watch Below Deck.
I don't like Below Deck. I don't like.
I thought you like Below Deck.
You
tell somebody you love Below Deck.
No, I like just my regular deck.
Okay, then. I was talking about the TV show. I wasn't talking about that. Oh, wow. Gary, go ahead. Give us a clue. I wasn't even. I don't know what just happened.
Oh, Lord. The color of the day, y'all, is crocus petal.
He jumbled his own self.
On the high end, you say crocus petal, and on the low, you say beautiful. What's that show again, Ricky?
It's called Below Deck. I thought you loved that show, Below Deck. All right. So listen, we got to break something down.
Yes, sir.
Gary.
Yeah.
Now you talking about Neo.
Yes. Now we talked about Neo earlier. I was reporting that Neo is opening up about his planned divorce that's coming up in a couple of weeks. He and his beautiful wife Crystal. Now people are just digging in at Crystal and going at her, saying that she was spotted recently with another man, a more sexier man, and I'm sure more romantic than the one that she had, Neo, at a restaurant or whatever. And people said it was too soon for her to be seen out with another man, and she has not filed for divorce yet. But I mean, I don't think it's no such thing as too soon.
Huh?
There's no such thing. If she's planning on divorcing Neo and and they done, she have the right to go out and be with whoever she want to be with and see who she want to be with, because evidently someone right with Neo, and that's the reason why they filing for divorce.
It's got to be some sort of a time courtesy window, just to make sure.
Time courtesy when you did what you had to do,
just in case they don't get back together. Who knows?
So, Rock, what is the time window?
I don't know. It depends. It depends.
That
I mean,
damn day for me. That day. Okay. Soon as your ass pack up them last drawers.
Nah.
That day I'm going to the club that night, and I'm gonna find me a chick with some extra long lashes.
And after you've been married for 10 plus years.
Yes.
See, they've been married about 4 years now, and this is the issue, because I wholeheartedly agree with you, Gary. She should be able, and women and men that are no longer in a situation should be able to go and do as they please. The problem is that he is in the public light. and so is she. And so it's all about optics. And as much as we want to do what we want to do and don't care, Brad, you know how it is. Optics matter. Like the way stuff looks, even if it's coming off, it just matters. So for her to be out with another guy who she's not dating, it was not romantic, it's extremely platonic, it just looks different. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be very conscious about putting yourself in a position that looks bad.
Well, here's the thing. Go ahead, Brett.
I say, my goodness, though, the girl can't talk to no other guy. She can't have fun. She can't have a conversation. She can't be standing in line with somebody getting a drink or sitting at the bar because they gonna say she's doing something anyway, just because it's in the eye of the public and her and Neo is going through a divorce.
And the thing about it is, what are you supposed to do if Neo or anybody else has packed up their bags and they gone? What, you supposed to sit at home?
No, not at all.
Not
at all.
You can't go and have a drink or have somebody to take you to Bonanza. Steak
old school,
and
right
get that hamburger steak, or take you to Ryan's and get those little rolls, or whatever, you know.
And Rock T hollering about it's supposed to be a time period. Well, I wonder what that time period was when Dwayne Wade had that break baby over Gabrielle Union.
See, that ain't got nothing.
It wasn't a time period because
Gary,
they decided to work their relationship out, forgive each other, rebuild trust, and they are stronger than ever.
But he still had a break baby.
And that goes back to my point. I was just saying, just make sure that you all the way done with it. You know, because 2 weeks may go by, you may miss your mate, and you like, you know what? Let's try this again. Let's
You know,
like a month may go by. Just make sure.
No, don't nobody be in love like that.
But like Monica and Shannon Brown, now we're hearing the reports of them being back together.
She with him because she think he Chris Brown. Call me up. Let me know what you think. 8669 Ricky. 8669.
Let me talk to you.
Say what, Brett?
Let me talk to you. Show you how it is.
Call me right now. 8669-RICKEY. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Listen, the time right now is 24 minutes after the hour, y'all. Now, we having a controversial conversation. Now, Gary, how did this conversation start?
Well, it started because Neo, finally made the announcement about his pending divorce, and people were talking about his ex-wife to be Crystal because she was spotted out recently with a man, and people said, is it too soon for her to be going out with a man because she has not officially filed for divorce yet?
Yeah.
Which is not too soon, though. I mean, it's never.
You know how long it takes to file for divorce and sit down with those attorneys and go through all of that stuff? It's a lot to go through, and so in the meantime, I mean, you're a human being. You know, you want to be with somebody. You don't want to be sitting. I mean, I don't care if you just.
But what if it's not romantic, Ricky? Like, why is it not okay for a woman and a man to be seen together and it not be considered romantic? No one thinks you and I are dating, Gary.
Well, of course not. I mean,
and we go to lunch and dinner and hang out. You know, she should be able to go out and not have the scrutiny of the world.
I hang out with Gary.
Exactly. So, and
but
people
they
don't.
never put us together, but they be.
They're not gonna do that.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
they not gonna do that.
Well,
Gary said, if I was gay, Gary, you wouldn't talk to me anyway, would you, Gary?
He too anal retentive.
And Gary
honey.
don't monkey
To
stuff.
what?
Too anal retentive. You too neat and clean. I'm not that neat and clean, honey.
Yeah, your car be nasty. I need some Clorox wipes, some spray, and some organization.
And then we wouldn't want it to be confused because, like I said many times before, I mean, you can't afford me, so that would definitely be.
Oh my God,
man.
Oh my God.
Gary does have expensive. Gary has very expensive taste.
I'm a luxury few can afford.
You need to go get some toenail fill-ins. All right, let's go to the phone. 8669 Ricky. Good morning.
After my divorce of 10 years, like Ricky said, once he packed those bags, I had a man come in my home, and we were dating, and I had a good time. It was on the DL, but hey, it was what we did.
For a male, when you're out and you're seen with another female, they're going to use that against you in court. I mean, trust me, I've been through it. It's not something you want to do. You'd rather just wait till the divorce is over.
No, absolutely not. It's different whenever you're married. Y'all are married. Until that paper is signed by the judge, you're still married.
You can't trolley hop off and go do what you want to do and leave me somewhere on hold. Hey, you go do your thing, then I need to do mine.
Well.
Okay, so do y'all know? Wait a minute now, y'all. Now, I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all coming, but y'all do understand a divorce could take up to 2 or 3 years. Now, what you mean? 2 or 3 years.
But you still.
And you just sitting on all that fire.
Legally, you're still married.
I get that.
She's not getting married again, right? She's not getting married. It's Brad. She's not getting married again right away. But she is able to go out and enjoy life still. Was she supposed to just sit under a rock and be miserable for
Not
2 or
that
3 years till the divorce happened? No.
Now, somebody said that it could be used against you in a court of law.
Yes.
So you have to be careful. Now, we're not advocating nobody go out and do anything wrong. But I'm just saying.
But you should be able to have friends.
What
My
you saying,
goodness.
Ricky?
But remember, Ricky, your key word was discretion.
Right.
You should have some discretion then.
Well, you know, they be having private detectives following you.
The paparazzi pop out of a tree on your ass.
But if it takes a detective to find it, that's one thing, versus being out in the public.
Right.
In the public, where everybody else can see it and come up to their own conclusion.
So she can't even go to All-Star.
Girl.
Brett.
Man.
When I was going through my divorce, I was sitting in my house with a chick eating a bowl of cereal. When I drunk the milk, when the milk went down, the private detective was in the damn bowl with the camera. I said, you know what? The hell you get in these Fruit Loops? Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
Hey, man. Issa Rae had a really interesting comment when she was interviewed about her new movie Lovebirds, where she's in a romantic relationship with a Pakistani male. And she just talked about the fact that every time there's an interracial romance, it feels like in the movies it centers around whiteness, and it doesn't have to. And I just thought this was brilliant because whether it's in commercials that we see on a regular basis or movies, so often interracial relationships always center around a white person and then some other person of color.
Right.
And there are a whole lot of other people of color in the world other than white folks. And for Hollywood to be in a place where they begin to start showing the true complexity of not only love, but interracial relationships that don't have to center around whiteness is actually, I think, not only a beautiful thing, but a powerful thing for white people. Because somebody got to let them off the hook and remind them they're not the center of the universe. And so I thought that Issa Rae's comments were not only profound, but I think they really help Hollywood in changing narrative get to a place where they deal with the complexity of ethnicity in a way that heretofore they just haven't in relationships. So kudos to Issa Rae for bringing that up. As we go further into Black History Month, there's 2 things I want to talk about, man. Number one is COINTELPRO. And I've just been reminded, I'm constantly reminded, but watching Who Killed Malcolm X just further reminds me of the power that COINTELPRO had to not only disrupt our movements, but the very people in them. And Rick, you know what COINTELPRO is, right?
No.
So COINTELPRO was the counterintelligence program started by J. Edgar Hoover in the FBI in 1956.
Okay.
And its literal goal
was
to discredit and neutralize organizations that were considered subversive to U.S. political stability. And so, I mean, it targeted the Communist Party, Socialist Workers Party, Puerto Rican Nationalist Party, Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, American Indian Movement, Southern Christian Leadership Conference.
Right.
They even infiltrated the Klan.
They did.
And one of the interesting things is that they had FBI agents in organizations. I mean, anybody that studies the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense understands that there's probably no organization that was more destroyed by COINTELPRO than the Black Panther Party. There was an organization, Rick, called the United Slaves that Maulana Karanga, who was the founder of Kwanzaa, created in L.A. And the FBI actually sent letters to the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense pretending they were from the United Slaves, saying that they were going to kill members of the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. And it literally popped off wars between those 2 organizations where folks died. Many people know Fred Hampton, who was the leader of the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense in Chicago. And he was drugged while he was in his home, so that when the FBI and the Chicago police raided the house, he was asleep in the bed when they killed him.
Right.
And when you review that case, they said they were in a shootout with the Black Panther Party, but all bullets went in and no bullets came out. For those of you that are interested, there's two things. One is a book called The COINTELPRO Papers, which is all declassified documents from the FBI. And the second one is, and you can find it on YouTube, the FBI's War on Black America. Both of them will give you an incredible amount of information about the hell that COINTELPRO has caused on so many of our movements and the brothers and sisters in them. Now, I don't want to leave y'all with bad news. Before I leave, do you know who Dr. Gladys West is, Brad?
No, I don't.
And most of us don't.
I'm sorry. I was like, oh, God, I'm finna feel stupid.
No. And most of us don't. But this sister, 87 years old, she was just inducted into the Air Force Space and Missile Pioneers Hall of Fame by the United States Air Force during a ceremony at the Pentagon. This was a sister who grew up in Dinwiddie County, outside of Richmond in Virginia. She is credited with major contribution to the development of GPS. This sister began work at the Naval Surface Warfare Center, where she was only the second black woman ever to be employed. She collected data from satellites, which led to the development of a global positioning system. So when you are driving somewhere and you don't know where you're going and you getting directions from somebody on your phone, you got to think Dr. Gladys West.
Wow.
Y'all, those are three things I got for you. Y'all can hit me at Jeff's Nation on all social media. Thanks, y'all. I'll talk to you on Thursday.
Hey, Jeff, appreciate everything you do. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 12 before the top of the hour. Look, everybody out there that like to cook, even if you can't cook or whatever, this is a real easy recipe. If you, man, I don't even know what to call it, right? So I made a pot of soup, but I didn't want no soup. I didn't want to use no beef stew.
Right.
The grandmama soup with all the mixed vegetables. I didn't want that.
Okay.
So I wanted a mix between soup because it was, chilly outside, raining. And I wanted the mix between that and seafood. Okay. So you really can make seafood soup. Only thing you do is change the seasoning. So y'all can go and get you some 2 big cans of diced tomatoes, or if you have a food processor, you could dice the tomatoes yourself, right?
Right.
Some water. Get you some Italian sausage. Go ahead and take your steak. If you got some cheap steak or some steak that's on sale, go ahead and boil it. Put it on a little wooden board, the meat board.
Chopping block.
And just chop the steak up.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Put that in there. Cut your Italian sausage or beef sausage. Put that in there. Go buy the frozen corn or fresh corn.
Okay.
Right? Chop it up in chop it up or whatever. Not the, in the real thin ones like they have in the little seafood bag.
The small ones.
Yeah, small. Not cut the corn off the cob. Chop the whole cob, right?
Okay.
Put that in there. And then go ahead and do you some medallion potatoes.
The small ones.
The little small medallion potatoes that's going to fill you up or whatever. And then go get you a little small bag of those carrots. You know the little carrots? Mm-hmm. The little teeny tiny carrots? Mm-hmm. Put those in there. And then get you a handful or 2 handfuls, depending on how much you're making, of the seashell noodles. Right? The seashell noodles. And get you some Old Bay. So you put some Old Bay in there. Mm-hmm. That's going to give you your seafood kick.
Okay.
And get you some Tonys. And you can even cut you up a lemon. Take you 3 or 4 lemons, cut them in half, throw those in there, right? And put the top on it and let it cook for a minute.
Okay.
Then when it's
I got a question. Do you cook the sausage first, or do you put the sausage in there before and let it cook in there?
Now you can go ahead and put it all in there.
Without cooking it?
Without cooking it.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, when all of that has cooked and your corn is pretty much almost done, your sausage done, your steak already done, or whatever, it's going to get tender. Mm-hmm. Man, go ahead and throw you in some crab legs. Ooh. But before you put the crab legs in, go ahead and put your raw shrimp in there as much as you want. Mm-hmm. And if you really want to freak it, those stone cold crab claws. Throw about 5 or 6, depending on how many people eating. Everybody get one. Throw those in there.
Okay.
Throw the shrimp in there. Throw the crab legs in there. Turn it off and put the top on it. It's going to cook itself.
So don't continue cooking once the seafood's there.
Right.
Okay.
Once you put the seafood in, turn your eye off, it's going to cook itself.
Okay.
Right? So you don't want to overcook your seafood. So then after that, you get you some French bread.
Okay.
You cut your French bread up, put it in the oven, get you some butter, and there you go. You got a nice meal. So what you do, you get 2 plates when you serve it. You get your bowl for your soup,
right?
And you get your plate for your crab legs and your crab claws and stuff, right? So you can eat through your soup, and you take your crab legs and put it on the plate.
Okay.
So now you don't have to be trying to eat in between.
Yeah, like
so
you
got,
did.
That makes sense.
Right.
That
and
makes
you
sense.
got your little French bread right there. It's an easy meal. It take about an hour to prepare all of that. It's really nothing. So if you got an auntie that always be needing $15 and $20, that's who you get to cut up your onions and your bell peppers. Everybody got that one auntie or that one cousin that always need $15, $20. Go and give them $25. Let them cut up all your little stuff that you're going to put in there and run to the grocery store. They be a little crackish, but they going to do what they supposed to do. Because when they be geeking, when they be wanting to rock, they'll go get everything. They be nervous, they be shaking, and they be twisting. But you go ahead and you let them eat because they got the, Brett, am I lying? Am I making this up, Brett?
You ain't lying.
Everybody got that one little auntie or cousin that's a little crackish. They might not be on crack, but they be wanting to get high. They be geeking. We call it in Birmingham, they be geeking. So when they be geeking, they run the errands. So if y'all...
But you turned me on to these 2 phenomenal ingredients that you forgot about.
Right.
These nuts.
Oh my God! Whoa!
Come on, dog! I told him go get him back.
Oh my God!
Can I have that little board so I can just slide back?
Come on. He did that.
Give me the little thing so you can just slid on Ricky's ass. Oh, that was I thought you was going to
Even
Stand by, Roxanne. What we got? Who we got? Roxanne? Not reading.
Oh.
Hey, man.
Protect my car.
Yo, what up, man? It's going down real quick. I can't believe. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got the hilarious. I don't know what's going on, but everybody in here is just silly this morning. I don't know what's wrong with Eva. I don't know what's wrong with Twan. Everybody's just silly this morning. We're trying to do a good show. We're trying to keep you entertained while you're going to work. But on the phone, we got the one and only. Today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Kiki.
I found it real funny how you just, you know what I'm saying, take me for a joke.
No.
Uh-oh. No. I found it real funny.
No.
How you playing me?
No, Kiki, I wouldn't dare play you. You know I don't do you like that.
Excuse me. Don't play. Do not play. Thank
Kiki.
you.
What happened?
What's wrong? What you mad about?
I'm hungry. I go to sleep every night hungry, wake up hungry, my ribs showing. You don't care.
I mean, you might be broke because you went and spent all your money trying to get up there to All-Star Weekend to the Chicago.
And.
But Kiki, why you still trying to get chosen by an NBA player?
Because I am posing to be chosen. You be seeing how I be standing at an angle? I be posing to be chosen.
All right, then. You like that? Y'all like that? Gary, you hear that?
Yeah, that's
Maybe
cute.
she posing
to be chosen.
Yes.
All right.
Kiki, I thought you were pregnant.
I was, but maybe I made a mistake.
Oh, so you wasn't sure. You just late.
Just late, tardy.
Okay, I got you. All right. So, Kiki, what's on your mind this morning? What God put in your spirit today?
What he put in my spirit. Ikalabo shalalabosi.
All right then.
All right now.
All right then. All right, Mount Olive.
All right, we took a
we took a girls trip to All-Star because I ain't got no car, so I rode with them. So it was terrible. So I came up with a top 3 reasons why I hate girls trip.
Right. A lot of people hate girls trip. Tell us why.
I'm going to count it down. 3, 2, 1. 3. Oh, my God. I hate when that one chick be the last to pay her money. She last to pay her money because she broke, because her baby daddy don't do nothing for her. He don't do nothing for her kids. Don't get me started telling her business, Ricky. Don't get me started.
Don't do it, Kiki.
Telling her business.
Don't do it, Kiki.
But she'll post on Facebook like she got it like that, and she don't.
Is that what they be doing?
What?
Is that what they be doing?
What? It sounds better when you say it.
So, Kiki, what's number 2?
Number 2, I hate that one chick that got to call her man every 5 minutes. Trust me, boo. He ain't thinking about you. He is doing him. Matter of fact, he is calling and texting me. Yes. Don't leave your hand around me. True player for real.
That's dirty. That's dirty. Even do y'all hate that, Brett? Do y'all hate that when somebody checking in with her man every 5 minutes? That's like
Kiki is so right, Brett.
Annoying in the car.
No, that's annoying.
Oh my God! The girl calling him every 5 minutes. Baby eating, baby sleeping, baby checking in, baby.
And what's your number 1 thing, Kiki?
And the number 1 thing I hate about girls trips, I hate when there's a bunch of girls on the trip, and it's like 2 of them don't even know. Ricky, now I can't gossip how I want to. Now I can't spill that hot tea like I want to, because I don't know who they know. Now they want to fight me. Now they want to jump. Stop pulling my hair. Stop pulling my hair. Stop pulling my hair. Let my hair go. Let my hair go. Let my hair go. Let my hair go.
Wow, Kiki, that is. Hey, Brett, is she accurate with that?
Yes, she is absolutely accurate. You got to have people around that you could talk around if you want to spill some good tea.
Right.
Thank you, Brett.
Girl, I know, girl.
And Kiki, you hate when people bring people that everybody don't know.
Right.
Thank you. Sitting in the car looking like they gonna swing on me. You know what, Ricky? I ain't the one, because I'm gonna hit you with the boom.
With the what?
Boom.
The All right, Kiki, you gonna? All right, Kiki, I'll see you soon.
Okay, I got to go, Ricky. Holler at me. I'm hungry. Feed me. Go
I got you. I'll cash up you, Kiki. Kiki, you got cash up?
Yes, I got cash up. It's $.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday. I'm Eva Marcille, and here are your top news stories. Ricky, it is official. Michael Bloomberg has qualified for tomorrow's Democratic presidential debate in Las Vegas.
I hope you wear some armor, because they're going to be at him.
Yeah, because it's going to be the first time that he will be on stage with the other 2020 candidates. The national poll shows Bernie Sanders is in the lead with 31%, followed by Bloomberg at 19%. So we will definitely stay tuned to that. Also, Apple has become the first company to report that they are expecting to lose major money due to this coronavirus outbreak. So a large portion of iPhone production employees are in China and are sick or under quarantine due to the virus.
Now you got to put your phone in a Ziploc bag. Damn. Man.
In other news, a study shows, Ricky, that men need to do more to protect their sperm. There's a lot of pressure on pregnant women to make very healthy eating choices, but men need to eat right too. So scientists have found that men with poor diets are damaging their sperm, which leads to them having kids that are more likely to be obese and have diabetes. So It's not just a woman's requirement or responsibility to be healthy during pregnancy, but man, when you deposit, make sure that you ate some greens before then, because it's very necessary for you to be healthy, to have healthy sperm.
So you saying all them people on my 600-pound life probably did that?
And in our Black History Spotlight today, we pay tribute and honor to the beautiful Ethel Waters. She started out as a blues singer in 1920s, became the first African American to star in her own TV show in 1939, It was called The Ethel Waters Show, which was nominated for an Emmy in 1962. Alrighty, well, that was a quick look at your headline news. For more on what's trending, log on to the Rickey Smiley MorningShow.com. Rock T, what you got in sports, my brother?
Eva for Shiva. First to say happy birthday to his airness, Michael Jordan.
Happy
57 today, you know what I'm saying? Former NFL star wide receiver Antonio Brown has been apologizing to everybody, including the Pittsburgh Steelers, for being a distraction. Of course, that was his first team.
The way he been acting.
You know what I'm saying? So he trying to get back into that league. That's all that is. Speaking of league, the new XFL Football League reached out to quarterback Tim Tebow. But Tebow passed on the offer because he wanted to continue his Major League Baseball dream in his career. He's in spring training with the New York Mets right now. But also, they reached out to Colin Kaepernick. Word is that Kaepernick passed their offer because he wasn't paying enough money. He wanted like $20 million or something.
You know somebody who got a real good arm that can ball out and throw and run? Blake Sims.
Oh, Blake Sims can get down with it.
Blake Sims. That's who really should try for one of these XFL teams.
Absolutely.
Yep.
There it is, man.
All right, appreciate it right here.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley the Morning Show is the bottom of the hour. It is time for the hot spot. What you got, Brett?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat. Welcome to the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. Dame Dash. Oh, no. He's suing his ex-wife, Rachel Roy, for wire fraud, y'all.
What?
Wire fraud. Man, listen. Dame Dash is reportedly suing his ex-wife for wire fraud, accusing her of misappropriating funds from their company, the Rachel Roy brand, which is a multi-million-dollar empire, y'all, and is sold in several department stores across the country, including Bloomingdale's. Now, listen to the things that Dame said she done. What? Dame said that Rachel conspired with several others to withhold his share of the profits, alleging they manipulated, diverted, misappropriated, transferred, concealed, and embezzled funds. He also says that she submitted fraudulent accounting, withheld payments, and undervalued Damon's share of the Rachel Roy brand. OMG. I mean, what y'all think about him suing her?
Well, women do it all the time. No, women that have had a settlement with business with an ex-husband, make sure they get their coins and proceeds after the fact. Women do it all the time. So I'm honestly not mad at Dame for getting what he is owed.
Right. Well, he done sued everybody. He sued Lee Daniels. He done sued.
Yep, I forgot about that.
A couple of people. He just needs some money here. Jay-Z left him and he was broke.
But didn't Lee give him back that money because he did, in fact, loan him money?
Didn't he give him something?
Yeah, he gave him something as a consolation.
A consolation prize. All right, y'all, moving on. Over the weekend, Drew Hill, the singer Cisco, and 50 Cent went viral after the singer shared a photo of them on Instagram. I'm not sure what they cooking up, but Cisco looked real happy about it. I can't wait to see the memes that's going to come after this, y'all.
I just need him to fly in on a helicopter one more time and perform.
Well, I think Cisco may be performing the theme song, perhaps, or singing the theme song for one of the new Power spinoffs. But I'm not sure. I keep y'all posted in the hot spot on that. Nice. Meanwhile, y'all, Drew Hill will be airing out their dirty laundry on the upcoming episode of TV One's popular docuseries Unsung, where Cisco says he did not even want to sing Sleeping in My Bed because it made him look like a loser whose girl was cheating on him. But guess what? That became the group's #1 hit single. So sometimes when you don't want to do something, you got to do what you got to do. Because without that song, we might not know who Drew Hill is. Right. Also, y'all, all the drama unfolds that led to the group's breakup, etc., etc., and that's coming up this Sunday on Unsung, y'all, February 23rd. Woo. Oh, wow. That's it for me. That's hot, hot, hot for the hot spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat. You can catch all these stories and more on RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. You dig? That concludes it. There it is, Ricky.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up and show your love. Todd Delaney.
Yeah, man.
What's up, man?
Man, I'm glad to be back in here with you, man.
Glad to have you.
Yeah, it's a beautiful studio, man.
And we appreciate it. God is good.
Yeah, man.
Be faithful over a few things.
I see you.
He'll make you rule over many.
I can see it.
Wow. That is good. God wanted to be recognized.
Yeah, man.
So, he knew that we was going to serve him and we was going to show him love and respect first. So that's why he blessed us with this. Sometimes he give you a little stuff just to see what you're going to do with it, and then he bless you bigger.
Yeah, man, I see.
Congratulations on everything, man.
Thank you, bro.
What you working on?
Man, I'm working on a little bit of everything, but I'm in this place right now, Ricky, man, where I'm singing straight out of the Bible. And that's been the thing that's kind of been going viral for me. I just been opening up the book in front of people with no real plan and just singing word for word. At first, I'm looking at it like, man, this don't rhyme. I mean,
Right.
you know what I mean? But what I was thinking, man, I'm thinking a lot of different things. One is that I think if this Bible is the roadmap that we got left behind, then it needs to be heard. And I mean, what's the best way to do it? I mean, we learned our ABCs like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So what's the best way to get it into people's ears than to sing a song?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because if you didn't sing the ABCs, I probably still wouldn't know it.
Right.
To this
Right,
day.
but we got that song locked in, right?
Right. And if it weren't for the sign language multiplication table, I'm not even cheat on tip. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Right. So let me ask you this: Who's what about tell us about your church and where you serving at?
Yeah. So at home in Chicago, I'm at All Nations. Apostle Matthew Stevenson. One of the best moves that I've made in my life. Like just being around real people with real issues, real life. I love it, and it ain't no judgment. It's the best thing I've ever done before. I mean, I had got a little comfortable in church and in the walls of church and looking at people like, okay, we in the church and y'all out there, right? And that was messing my mindset up. But being at this church with Stevenson it's been amazing.
So what's different about that church? What is that that's so?
I'm gonna be honest, man. It broke me down because it broke me to a place where now I think I was judgmental and I ain't know it.
Right.
Yeah, like I was looking at people like, man, I'm walking upright with God.
Right.
And you ain't. And so being there, I think the biggest difference in the atmosphere there is that everybody is loved, everybody is welcome with whatever you got on you.
Right.
It don't matter because quiet is kept. Everybody got something that they working on.
Right, absolutely.
That's the thing. And like, even the pastor, he got something he working on too.
Right.
And so I think that that there has unlocked something in me to really love at another level.
Right.
Yeah.
That's deep.
And I didn't even know you knew my pastor, Kevin Bryant.
Man, come on, that's the man. That's
right.
the man.
How
People
did you
need
meet
to
Kevin
know.
Bryant?
So he comes to Chicago and preaches Rockford, Illinois sometimes, and that was about 10 years ago. Right. I said, this man is hilarious. He stand up there talk about how fat he is, how big he is. I mean, how much he like to eat, and then he mentioned you. Right. And he always mentions you. He's like, man, he's one of my members, and a lot of people. I'm like, okay, man, he might have just visited the church, but no,
that's my church.
But
that was my homeboy when he was a DJ before he even became a pastor.
That dude,
that's how far we go back.
He's the real deal.
Yeah, my pastor used to do security at a strip club and leave there and go straight to church and preach.
Oh wow!
He didn't say he had to make his money. He said he had to feed his daughter. He talk about it on the pulpit. Yes. He said he'll walk them strippers to their car and get in there and go teach Sunday school. Love it. So what's the name of your song we gonna be playing?
So Psalms 18 is the song. So I'm just naming all the songs exactly what they are, straight out the book.
Right.
Everybody like to buy the Bible every year. It's the #1 syllable. So hey, this ain't nothing different. Just a little music
and give everybody your social media how they can reach you.
Social media, Instagram, you can go to @ToddDelaney and the #1, or else you can go to my website ToddDelaneyland.com.
Y'all give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, Todd Delaney. Here's Psalms 18 right here. Rickey Smiley Morning. Is that right?
Oh yeah, you got it.
I'm making sure Psalms 18 right here. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
My dude.
Ooh, there we go.
Appreciate you, man.
Always,
man. Absolutely, man. Thanks, y'all. Yeah.
For the rest of my life, I will bless your name. Oh, hey, yeah. For the rest of my life, I will bless your name. Ooh, Lord, oh, I will bless your name. You can find me at your feet, oh God. I will bless your name. No matter what it looks like, Lord, I will bless your name. Whatever comes my way, Lord, I will bless your Sing, sir. Even when it gets rough, I will bless you.
Ty. Come on, baby.
Man. Yeah. If it had, do you know that? Let's go back to the other kid. So do you know if it had not been for the Lord on my side, tell